Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm here with my good friend, Miss Jess Jacoy.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been fun. This has been a great weekend. We're in Whitefish, Montana at the Whitefish Songwriter Festival, and we are at Slow Burn Records, which is one of the sponsors of the event. And what a beautiful place.
Oh man, this space is so good.
It's so cool. It's got such a cool vibe. All these cool vinyl records and guitars, and it's just my kind of place I would love to hang out in.
Probably one of the comfiest chairs I've ever sat in too.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm very relaxed.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to get you too relaxed because you've got to go do a show here in a little bit. But we wanted to catch up. So we got to meet last year right before the Livingston Songwriter Festival, and you were playing in Ennis, Montana.
Yeah, shout out to Ennis, one of the best towns.
Yeah, Ennis and Willie's Distillery. What a cool place. That's a cool venue as well.
It is. I first played there before they remodeled. So when it was just the little tap room and very, very close quarters.
Yeah.
And then I showed up one year and it's like, surprise, we've redone it and it's huge now. And I'm like, wow.
It is cool, and it is a very cool space. But two reasons for this redo on the interview. One was in that interview, I didn't have a producer. Miss Shanda was had other commitments, so she wasn't there that day.
We missed
and
you.
So I kind of run double duty. We had one of the employees there was watching the cameras. Everything was good. The whole interview was phenomenal. We got to the point where you played me she calls it my song, Byron's song. She didn't call it Byron's song, but it's the cowboy song. And because my grandkids call me cowboy.
Yeah.
And so she said, I have this song about cowboys, but I'm not sure if it's good. I'm not sure if it encompasses all things cowboy. And she played it for me, and I went, you nailed it. For a city girl, for the Cul-de-Sac Kid.
Suburb girl.
Yes, suburb girl. She nailed it, and it is such a great song. But when she reached for the guitar, she bumped the table we were sitting at, so she moved out of the shot. So we got half her face. And when I edited that, because I'm so far behind with I think we have 50 episodes in the can that we still haven't edited and put out yet, but we were a little concerned about it. So I sent that to you and said, Jess, this is not good. You're half out of the shot. And you said, post it. I don't care.
Yeah, so, it sounds on par.
But we're gonna get a good video this go around. So let's talk about the new album.
Yes.
Yeah. So she put that out there and was trying to figure out how to pay for that album, right? So you did a Kickstarter.
Sure did.
And we helped push that out. I don't know whether we raised any money for her, but I believe in her. She's a talented artist, and I wanted to do what I could to help.
You know what? I am so humbled and honored to say we not only hit our goal. I was trying to raise $11,000 in 40 days, and we not only hit our goal, but we exceeded by a fair amount. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, huge blessing. That is what is, helping pay for the CDs in manufacturing, and then that allowed me to hire on a press team. So we're working that record on the back end and trying to.
Well, what little bit we can do, we're going to help promote it as well. Because you've released the first single, Cul-de-Sac Kid,
sure did.
Right?
Yep, September 3rd.
And the response has been.
Awesome. Okay, so just this morning, do you know Saving Country Music?
Yes.
Platform?
Yes.
That's Trigger. He'll let you know if he doesn't like music, if he doesn't like your songs and stuff. But he'll also let you know if he does. And I woke up this morning to a tag from him and Saving Country Music on my Instagram, and I was like, okay, here we go. And Cul-de-Sac Kid was added to the top 25 current favorite songs on the playlist.
Awesome.
And then he did a little write, and I think the first line said, Jess Jacoy's songwriting is too good to hide in the shadows. And I was like, yes!
Perfect. That's awesome.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah. That is a great, that's a great boost for you and for the song and for the album.
We've had American Songwriter and some other folks be really supportive of it already.
You've only released the one single so far.
Yes.
Now, are you going to release more singles or just going to release the album now?
Yeah, I don't know how big of a deal we're keeping on like under wraps or not, so I'll let you know. Second single comes out October 8th,
Okay.
and then the release in full on the 24th. So,
Okay. The
yeah.
24th of October.
October, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. So how many tracks on this EP?
11.
11.
Yeah,
And
one cover song.
you're one cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a shot in the dark slash surprise, but we kept it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were sitting in the studio. So previously I have 2 records out full length, and they've all been made in 3 days. Generally because that's the amount of time I could take off of work and devote to making a record in the studio. So 3 days, and I went into this record saying I am not doing another record in 3 days. And lo and behold, we only had 3 days to record this record. So it was supposed to be 10 songs, but on like day 1 and 2, we flew through the recordings. So by day 3, we only had like 2 more songs to do. And we were kind of just dinking around. Lance, who's the electric slash utility player, Lance Martin, wonderful human being, was sitting there tuning up. And my buddy John Cavendish was on bass. And I'm just kind of sitting in the booth in my own little world, and John starts playing the opening bass line to Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Oh yeah.
But my mind went to Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn. And so we just started playing. I just started kind of like, the sun goes down on my side of town. And next thing you know, John Rodriguez on drums starts coming in. And next thing you know, Lance is all tuned up and he starts playing along. And we get through the whole song. And one of the Johns goes, well, that was cool. I was like, that was cool. He goes, we should like add that. And I was like, yeah, okay. So we played it again and done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's a great song, and that song got a big boost a couple of years ago with the whole internet thing and the little dances
I
and whatnot,
know.
which is really was kind of funky. But
And what I like and I appreciate is it's not a far step. Like I know it's been covered a bunch. I didn't even realize how much it's been covered. My publicity team kind of told me they're like, yeah, like a lot of people have done it, and that's fine. I mean, we did it as it was in the moment, and I like it because it's anchored to the original, but it's also got a little flair that makes it its own thing.
sure,
So
sure. Well, I love that about musicians in general is that you have the ability to make things your own by changing things up a little bit and but you're very much an original artist and you live in Nashville. You cut the album in Nashville.
sure did.
Yeah. So so what's the plan beyond? You're gonna release the whole album the 24th of October. Then we're gonna hit the road and kind of try and promote it. Or are you still working a full time job?
Well, it's a part time.
A,
I'm down to
a
part
part-time,
time. Yeah.
part-time, full-time.
So this year I walked in like January and I told my boss, and I just have to give like the highest praise to my boss, Andrew. From day one, he has said, I know music is your first love. So if you just give me enough heads up, I will let you go and play music and let you come back is the important part. And come back. I work as a barista during the day. And that always has meant so much to me. And so this year I was getting a little not cocky, but like I told him one day, I was like, so I think I'm gonna quit my day job here pretty soon. And he's like, oh. And I go, yeah, I want to be touring as much as possible this year. And so I started stacking the calendar. Like we started in January, and we've just been kind of going. I spent 6 weeks out here out west, this summer, and I've just been kind of going back and forth. And I've learned a lot on touring full time at this level.
Sure.
I think I'll be a little bit more strategic about it next year. This year I was kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And
How many dates have you played?
oh, I don't even know.
You
I
don't
should
know?
know.
You should know.
I should know. I don't think it's been 100, but it's been a lot. I
Wow.
mean, it's been a lot. for me at
Right,
least, because
right. Well,
I've
next
always.
summer when you come back west, you gotta come hang out with us.
I would love to.
And
I want to get your festival up and going.
well, we want to do the songwriter festival in Idaho Falls,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of leaning towards the spring. And I don't know the biggest challenge for any festival, and what I'm finding with all these is that unless you've experienced a music festival, or I mean, excuse me, a songwriter festival, you don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's here. We're going to be with you in a minute. Yeah. But is to get people to understand the concept of a songwriter festival. They
Yeah.
have no idea, and unless we got a couple of gals in the audience here. Have you been? Have you experienced a songwriter festival before this? Okay,
Cool. Me
okay,
too.
but the crazy thing is that unless you've experienced a songwriter festival in person or seen or experienced a songwriter round, people don't understand the concept of it.
Well,
And
I forgot, and then I forgot, and I was away. So, and then I didn't make a priority. And then this year, I was like, why? And now that I'm here, I'm like, I need to tour with you all.
there you go.
Around the country.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, and that's and fortunately for us, that's what we do, right? And we've done our interviews, every one of them, 180 or 188 in person. We've not done. We've had some requests to do some online stuff, and we just said no. If we can't do it in person, we don't want to do it. And because it's so impersonal to do it, you've got the World Wide Web between you and that other person, and I just don't like it. So, but we definitely want to. We're going to work on that. We've got some really good support from a lot of songwriters that want to be involved and help us, and so and we live in a community. You didn't make it to Idaho Falls, but Idaho Falls has a really cool downtown. Not quite as cool as this,
Mm-hmm.
but it's pretty cool. And there's some venues that are all within walking distance in the downtown. And we have a beautiful theater that's over 100 years old,
Cool.
the Colonial. And in fact, that's where we just interviewed Pam Tillis
Cool.
a couple weeks ago. And so it's a week. My producers over here tell me no, it's only been a week. So, but it's I think we can make it work in Idaho Falls, but people have to understand the concept first, and we may have to start small.
What I think is cool about the songwriter festivals, though, is it's for people who are ready and willing to slow down in life. Because it's not one of those scenes. I mean, there's late night, aspects to it where you can go do your late night jams and people are drinking and having fun and,
Yeah,
this, that, and the other. But the crux of it is, you're inviting the community or people to sit down and be quiet and like take in the stories and what, you know, people like me they never heard of me, and that's asking a lot. You have to recognize that, but it's for those people, and I feel like in this day and age, more and more, like it's just.
This episode of Musical Miles Podcast is sponsored by Stetson, a true symbol of Western heritage and American craftsmanship. For generations, Stetson has stood for quality, style, and authenticity. Stetson, built for those who live the music and the lifestyle.
I feel like we're entering into a space where people are aching to slow down, whether they
Yeah.
realize it or not.
Well, for us, we've talked multiple times and with lots of artists and say, why can't we have the concert start at 5:30, so we can be home by 8 o'clock?
Amen.
And we're even Jamie what's her name, the actor. Jamie Lee Curtis. She said, "Yeah, I want to go to the 5 o'clock concert and be home with my jammies on and my socks and
Seriously.
have my glass of wine and do what I want, read a book at 8 o'clock or 8:30." And so we recently saw the Bellamy Brothers, and they started at 8, and they were at 8, and they were done by 9:30.
Nice.
But those guys, hell, David and his brother, they're like in their 80s, so late 70s.
That means they're wise enough to know that.
Yeah.
You could frame your festival where the dress attire is comfy clothes only. We'll have tea and coffee and
Yeah.
you can bring a book and fireside.
Yeah, and honestly, we've been to some listening rooms in the Redbird in New Braunfels, Texas, which is a really
Wanna
cool.
be
Have you
there.
been there?
No, I want to play
It's
there
such
so
a
bad.
cool deal. It's an old house,
Mhm.
right? And it's but they start the evening with the artists all come in and they've got a sign up sheet, and they said, look, if you've been here before, you get one song. If you haven't been here before, you get two, and if you drove over 100 miles, you get two.
Nice.
And then they say, we're here for the music. We're here to listen to music. Turn off your phones. If you want to talk to your phone, go outside. If you want to talk to your person sitting next to you, go outside. We're here to listen to music. We expect you to be quiet, be respectful of the artists, listen, and enjoy the evening. And it couldn't be more enjoyable. And then you go to, we've been to the Listening Room Cafe in I want to say Vegas, Nashville, Nash Vegas. What a cool experience that is. That's a little more like a bar experience because they do serve alcohol and they serve food, but it's still very.
Yeah. I mean, Bluebird rules, right? Like,
Right,
we were playing at the Bluebird Cafe in October as like the album release show. We're having it at the Bluebird.
Oh,
And,
fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Very, very blessed.
Well, we've not been to the Bluebird because every time we've been to Nashville, we've been there twice, but it was closed because they had some flooding issues or something, and so we didn't get to see the Bluebird. But we did go to Franklin and went to Kimbrough Pick and Parlor. Have you been?
I sure have.
Oh my gosh, I fell in love with the Kimbrough. We didn't really go inside much. We spent the evening on the porch with all the locals.
I believe it.
I mean, we got there. There's two guys playing guitars and just talking and then playing and singing and then before the evening was out, there's 10 people out there. One guy brought a keyboard. They brought mandolins. They brought tambourines. And they just sat and jammed. And we just loved it.
That's Nashville. That's Music City for you.
Yeah, but I want to find more of those hidden gems, like the Kimbrough and the Bluebird.
I want to find them outside of Tennessee.
Well,
too,
we want to do that. There's a when we get home, and I was planning to do it last week. We've just been so covered up, but there is a local. It's the food bank, but it was an old church, and so they have their chapel, if you will, that's not being used, and so I want to do either start out like monthly, an evening, 2 hours, and it's connected to the food bank. So bring some cans of food to donate to the food bank instead of charging them to get in.
That's a great idea.
Anyway, I think it'd be fun and but I'm excited for your album release.
Thank you.
And we need to get back to Nashville, and we've got to really look at our priorities and figure this out because we have interviewed everybody from just young
Did you
artists.
interview Dean Dillon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Dean Dillon to Jess Jacoy, man.
Well, but I'm telling you,
what a scale.
Oh yeah, interviewed a young girl, 12 years old, Georgia Blue. I have not posted that yet because it was a little weird. It was the audio was a little weird in that building. It was an old theater in just outside of Sun Valley, Idaho. And but 12-year-old Georgia Blue, she got up there and sang her guts out and it was fun, but cool. we've everybody from Georgia Blue to Dean Dillon and Jess Jacoy in the middle, but Jess Jacoy is very much a veteran compared to some of the artists and the young artists.
Musical Miles veteran.
You betcha. Well, we just appreciate you being willing to sit down and talk to us.
Oh shoot, likewise. I like this is such an honor. I mean, I mean, just this morning getting to listen to Kat and, yesterday Bryce and Aaron and all these really cool cats who are doing it on a big scale,
Right,
and
right.
Kind of like what Sterling said, or maybe it was Haley, I don't know, quoting somebody from earlier, hey, if somebody wants to sing my songs, great, but so far, I'm just writing them for me because nobody else.
Exactly. Haley and Sterling
them.
both kind of have that same attitude. The attitude is, I'm writing for me. And yes, and Haley said, if Brandy Carlisle came along and said, hey, I like that song, I'd like to cut it. More power to you.
Totally.
But when we were out there this spring, you were headed to Texas. I think you did a road trip to Texas.
Sure did.
And we were in Nashville. We spent 4 days there. We did 16 interviews in 4 days, or we 16 artists. Because 6 of them we did 2 at a time, so it was a little easier, but nonetheless. But we interviewed some young artists that I think are phenomenal. I mean, Scout Spear, I don't know if you've met Scout. Marla Cannon Goodman is working with her.
Cool.
And she's a very talented young lady. And then also Tommy Acker. Have you met Tommy Acker? Tommy
No,
is
every
a
time
Texas
somebody
boy.
asks me if I've met somebody, the answer is usually no. That's one of my biggest like heartaches about Nashville is I spent so much time, I don't know if you could call it doing it wrong or just like traveling down a different path where I was a shut-in for a long time in the
Yeah.
sense of like we might have talked about this in the last interview where
We did a little bit because it was during COVID and
I don't even have COVID to blame, to be honest. Like I just felt more secure writing my songs by myself in a room by myself, and if I'm being God's honest truth, that's still how I feel more comfortable
sure.
doing it. The problem is you don't make friends that way.
Well, I think the challenges
So
are, but once again, you have to be very it's a vulnerable position to put yourself in to go out and now I've never met a stranger, so I can talk to
which I
anyone.
appreciate about you so much.
And so I can talk to anyone and we've met some incredible people in the last 14 months and that we now consider friends and we've been invited to come and stay at people's homes
Yeah.
but it's a cool experience. But I've told all my children, if I can share this little nugget with you, is it's not what you know, it's who you know. So
Yeah.
I didn't get to interview Dean Dillon because
You just walked up to him?
I didn't know. I didn't walk up to Dean Dillon. Marla Cannon Goodman set that up.
Yeah.
I got to interview Buddy Cannon because of Marla Cannon Goodman.
Yeah.
I tell Marla she's my agent.
Yeah.
Whether she likes it or not, she goes, I'm cool with that, Byron. Should I help you any way I can? We got Pam Tillis because of Marla Cannon Goodman.
That's awesome.
So,
She's a good connector.
and so
Spirit. That's Marla.
who?
Scout.
Yeah, Scout Spear. So, I mean, they're just, but we met we met a kid named Caleb Lathrop, another very talented young man who's having some success out there. But anyway, it just kind of, this thing has happened really naturally for us. It really organically. It wasn't, it's not felt forced at all. And so to get to interview and have access to the kind of people we've had access to.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
anyway,
That's very cool.
but we consider you one of those we're very fortunate to have been blessed to have met you.
Thank you, and
So,
likewise.
anyway, well, listen, anything else you want to share about the album or what you got going on? Let me know.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just winding down. I'm kind of doing a little backwards. The record's coming out in October, and I think I'm just gonna stay around town and home and kind of focus in on playing writers rounds and playing around Nashville a little bit more this winter, and then start back up in the spring. So we're just like I said, we're traveling down a different road and seeing where it goes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much again for sitting down with me. Before we get out of here, will you play us something?
Yeah. What do you want to hear? Anything specific?
I want to hear my cowboy song.
Oh gosh.
Play that for Miss Shanda. Can you remember it?
Well,
Of course
I
you can
couldn't remember it the first time, so.
Oh yeah, you can.
Hold on, let's see here. It's definitely not in that key. Every cowboy needs a good horse, a house with a front porch, and a cow dog ready to run. He needs a strong cup of coffee and an old school green Stanley and two hands that no work's never done. He can roam where there's no other souls to be found. He can swear that he's better than home. He can try to stay free, but every good cowboy needs a good woman waiting at home. We'll give you a little taste.
Thank you. That's a
little
great taste. Here, before you put that back in the rack.
Oh, hi guys.
Look at that.
All
Put
right.
put your autograph on it, and if
Where
you
did
can't
Dean
find somewhere
sign?
on the top, who was that?
Where is this?
Oh,
Dean
Dean
Dillon?
Dillon right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dean Dillon and
Don't
Paul
overlap.
Overstreet's right there by the sound hole. And
Don't want to overlap anyone good.
but
They're all
if you
good.
need to, you sign it up on the shoulder here or wherever.
We'll take up this little corner here.
That works. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to hanging out with you in Nashville,
is
so
such an honor.
somebody can show us around that town. We
Heck
need somebody
yeah.
who's actually lived there and
Don't
knows
ask
what's
for
going
food
on.
recommendations though, because it's a foodie town now, and there's too many new places.
Oh well, we're pretty easy. She's Miss Shenda's never eaten a chicken sandwich in her life, so no hot chicken sandwiches for her.
What?
She's never eaten a chicken sandwich. She's never eaten a Twinkie either.
Well, that's fine, but
But not a chicken sandwich.
you're opposed 100%. There's a place in
I've
Henderson.
never eaten a corn dog.
Oh well, that's
No,
you're better off for
no.
that.
That's good. I love corn dogs.
Eaten enough for both of us.
So there's where I hang out north of Nashville. There's a town called Hendersonville, and on their main street, they just keep putting chicken places. And so my boss's wife has started calling it the chicken strip because it's got
I love
every
it.
chicken, Cane's, whatever. Like it's out there.
Patties and all that.
It's all there.
No, those are the chain chicken
The
places.
chain chicken strips, yeah.
The chain chicken strips. Okay, cool. Oh, all right.
Spokane, Washington too.
Oh, really?
Right. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. But we are getting like Whataburgers and In-N-Out now.
Well,
so I guess
we'll figure it out when we come
Yeah,
out there. So
absolutely.
But hey, thanks for joining me again.
Thank
Once
you.
again, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host Byron Duffin here with my friend Jess Jacoy at Slow Burn Records in Whitefish, Montana, and we will see you all somewhere down the road. Adios for now.
Woo, thank you.
dear.